In the main hall of a certain sect, a loud shout rang out. "Old man, today is the day when the saint son of Taishan Holy Land is being conferred. How can there be room for an inner disciple like you to act recklessly in this hall? Nonsense. The so-called Taishan Holy Land is nothing special among the 6 great holy lands of Donghuang. Relying on power to oppress others, flattering from beginning to end, without even asking the saint woman's opinion. To force her to marry someone she has never met. If I don't seek justice for her today, then I no longer need the identity of an inner disciple of Taishan Holy Land. This guy named Yi Chen, has he gone mad, to dare say such things in front of everyone? Although his talent is not bad, angering that superior, I'm afraid our entire Taishan Holy Land will be implicated." "Yi Chen, is it? I remember that you went through no less than 100 battles before advancing from Tianqing to here, joining our Taishan Holy Land from a small place. Now you're telling me that you want to give up the identity of an inner disciple of Taishan Holy Land, is that right?" A breath of air was released, causing the young disciples in the hall to feel a sudden sense of terror. "I am just speaking up for the saint woman. I cannot bear to watch her be pushed into a pit of fire." "You arrogant little brat, how dare you speak so disrespectfully to young Master Gu? Who are you calling a pit of fire?" Suchinga turned her head and looked at Guchanga's expression, softly calling, "Young Master Gu." But Guchanga remained sitting, his eyes closed, appearing very cold. In fact, Guchanga had just crossed over. When he woke up, he found himself trapped in such a complicated situation. Moreover, his identity, Guchanga, seemed to be a villain character. According to the tradition of comics, he was a stepping stone, someone who would be ruthlessly slapped in the face. The only difference was that he had a system that others didn't know about. Bulletin board. Character, Guchanga. Identity, disciple of the Dao Tian Immortal Palace. Bloodline, Demon Heart Dao Bone. Cultivation, Peak Saint Lord Realm. Skill, Divine Dao, Humble Sky Sutra Transformation, 10,000 Demons Devouring, Immortal Demon Power. Destiny, 50 points. Luck, 30 points. Trading system. Not yet activated. According to the system's analysis, the levels of luck range from low to high as red, orange, yellow, green, cyan blue, and purple. Ordinary people usually only reach red. And this guy named Yi Chen, unexpectedly has green luck, truly the child of the god of luck. As for Guchanga himself, it's all black. Dylans don't live long, with luck dropping straight to black, constantly reminding him to be careful not to die. "Guchanga, what are you pretending for? Hurry up and say something." Seeing that Guchanga didn't speak, the Taishan saint's son immediately responded on his behalf. "Nonsense. Is the young master's name something you can just call out? Yi Chen, today in front of everyone, you repeatedly challenge the sect. You are truly insidious and cunning. That's right, daring to speak disrespectfully to young Master Gu is a crime that cannot be forgiven. This person named Yi Chen really doesn't know the sky from the earth and even dares to pretend not to know. What is going on? Why is everyone on Guchanga's side? Clearly, I am the one with the strongest talent, I am the future leader. Even Qing, he isn't speaking up for me, what's going on? Our relationship was so good. Seeing that little brat's miserable look, I actually feel quite pleased. Guchanga, do you think that pretending to be silent and not speaking will help? What else can you do, besides bullying others with your power? This Yi Chen really doesn't know how to value his life. Saint Lord, let me go and capture Yi Chen, to apologize to young Master Gu. I apologize. Taishan Xingzi stretched out his hand, lightning flashing, charging towards Yi Chen. Yi Chen is no ordinary person. Flames erupted from his body, ready to fight. One green, one red, missing yellow, it would have been a traffic light. The two fists collided, and the energy exploded with extreme intensity. Yi Chen really didn't know how much strength he had to dare to confront Taishan Xingzi. Taishan Xingzi is at the half-step divine realm, while Yi Chen is only at the soul palace realm. Moreover, the Saint Sun also has the thunder flesh divine body. This Su family's strength has improved greatly. This battle had no surprises. Naive. The world's levels are like this: body refinement, spirit sea, soul palace. Divine ability, great power, Saint Lord, Wind Marquis, Wind King, and Void God. This Yi Chen can't even win such an ordinary fight, how is he worthy of the luck he carries? However, things didn't go as everyone expected. Yi Chen actually managed to repel the Saint Sun. Saint Sun, or whatever, it's just like that. Yi Chen's attitude when speaking was extremely arrogant. Yi Chen is only at the Soul Palace realm, how could he withstand Tai Xian Xingzi? Though it's unclear, he's really too cool. The male disciples beside them immediately reminded, shut up, do you want to offend young Master Gu? As expected. As the male lead, his ability and contempt for the masses are indeed impressive. Everything Yi Chen did today was to stop Tai Xian Xingti from marrying his daughter to me. Then, the one with a luck value of 350, and wearing yellow, must be the female lead from the script. If that's the case, offending him is destined. Gu Changge smiled slightly and started talking to Qinghe. You seem very confident in this, Yi Chen? You're trying so hard to act calm to let me know that you have no relationship with Yi Chen? Are you afraid of what I might do to him? What a smart woman. After saying that, he picked up the cup and said, that's all. Out of fear, Su Qingge accidentally spilled all the water. I'm not a beast, why are you so nervous? No, nothing. Such hot tea, it's better to let a servant pour it. What if you accidentally hurt your hand? What would you do then? A notification appeared, and Su Qingge's heart changed. The male protagonist Yi Chen's luck decreased by 10 points. At the same time, Gu Changge's luck increased by 10 points. Seeing these actions, Yi Chen's eyes almost bled, wishing he could devour Gu Changge alive. Gu Changge, get your filthy hands off. Your opponent is me. Su Xian, do you really think, as the Saint Sun, I wouldn't dare to kill you? According to the normal script, Yi Chen would probably start weak and become strong, defeating Su Xian. Then, he would seize the opportunity to challenge me, using the protagonist's golden finger to control the entire world. With his talent and cultivation, he would successfully return a few years later to settle the score with me. By then, I would die in the streets. Unfortunately for him, I've crossed over, and I've already seen through this cliched plot. How could I let you win? My life will not be dictated by such a shitty plot. Gu Changge stopped sitting and immediately stood up. His handsome appearance and the disdainful expression towards the world made it obvious to anyone that he was quite attractive. If this matter involves me, then there's no need for Saint Sun, Su Xian, to worry. Pretend. Do you think I'm afraid of you? What I mean by not being afraid is stupid. After speaking, Gu Changge directly released his aura towards Yi Chen. Unable to withstand it, Yi Chen was left only with his verbal skills, cursing Gu Changge as despicable. Gu Changge couldn't be bothered to say anything more. His aura intensified. Watching Yi Chen kneel on the ground, Gu Changge asked, what do you want me to say? Several disciples from the Taishan sacred land were drenched in sweat. This momentum, could it be that young Master Gu is actually this powerful? As expected of someone from the upper realm. That Yi Chen truly overestimated himself. Su Qingxia also couldn't stand steady at this moment and had to rely on the table behind her for support. As expected of someone from the upper realm, already so strong at such a young age. Truly someone not to be offended. At this moment, Yi Chen was still kneeling at Gu Changge's feet, unable to raise his head. Meanwhile, Gu Changge completely ignored him and focused on the system notifications in front of him. Yi Chen's luck was deducted, and the system master's talent value increased by 50 points. The destiny points also increased. These points could be used to improve martial techniques, or of course, to increase cultivation. Gu Changge's mind stirred slightly as he entered the system space. System, if I kill Yi Chen now, how many destiny points will I gain? People with high luck are protected by the supreme beings. With your destiny value, performing such an action will result in a backlash. So, offending people with high luck will lead to misfortune? No wonder my luck has always been bad. As expected, the villain character is like this. For luck, it is difficult to predict, fate is hard to determine. With your current strength, killing Yi Chen isn't hard, but there will be some variables because you are the greatest variable. So, what you're saying is that I can't kill him now, but I can use some methods to lower his luck value. Once it's reduced to a certain level, I can take action, right? Exactly. These things are closely related to the protagonist. After leaving the system space, Guchanga glanced at Su Qingxia and thought to himself that forcing Qingxia to influence Yichen might not be a bad idea. Ha ha ha, young Master Gu, so young yet with such profound cultivation. Just that aura alone makes people tremble. Young Master Gu is truly a godlike figure. We thought that with Taishan sacred land's inheritance lasting for 10,000 years and its vast territory, we were already the supreme rulers of the world. But today, after meeting young Master Gu, we realize that there are always people beyond people, and heavens beyond heavens. You flatter me, my strength is nothing to speak of. The Holy Sun also spoke up. Due to my insufficient cultivation, I am truly ashamed to trouble young Master Gu to intervene. No problem, young Master Gu, please spare us. He still doesn't know his place. Yichen truly is ungrateful. But Yichen, this kid, isn't afraid of tigers, nor the sound of gunshots, and still doesn't believe what just happened. He stood up, preparing to attack Guchanga again. Unfortunately, his fist was blocked by some invisible force. Guchanga waved his hand. And Yichen uncontrollably flew into a pillar. Blood flowed out, and he just lay there quietly, motionless. Yichen disregarded the sect rules, ignored advice, and repeatedly offended important guests. Immediately seal his cultivation and imprison him in the dungeon. Awaiting Master Gu's personal judgment. Previously, Master Gu showed mercy, but Yichen dared to launch a surprise attack. Indeed, it was embarrassing. He had ruined the reputation of the Taishan Holy Land. Let me out. I am the most talented disciple here, I am the hope of the sect. Guchanga flew back to the original spot. As he flew past Su Qingxia, he casually asked her, I heard the moon is beautiful tonight. I wonder if I could share the moonlight with you. Ha ha ha, after going through this matter, Master Gu can still be so graceful, he truly has a generous heart. Of course, my little daughter agreed. Seeing Su Qingxia's worried expression, the old sect master was also quite troubled and sent a voice transmission to his daughter. The fate of their sect is in the hands of this young master. Qingxia, you must not make any mistakes now. Su Qingxia softly responded. Yichen's luck value plummeted, and he couldn't help but spit out a mouthful of blood. Yichen's state of mind was affected, and his luck directly decreased by 100 points. The contract holder's destiny value increased by 500 points. Guchanga understood, the so-called child of destiny, could it be that they are worse than the system? Although it's a bit troublesome, the process of slowly crushing this ant is quite interesting. As night fell, a figure stood on the rooftop, listening to the conversation between the old sect master and Su Qingxia. Qingxia, your father knows that you have feelings for Yichen, but given the current situation. Before the old sect master could finish, Su Qingxia interrupted. I understand. Compared to the benefits brought by that young master, how could a Yichen be comparable? Hearing his daughter say this, the old sect master could only sigh. If there's nothing else, then go and ask that young master yourself. On the rooftop, the old man in green also vanished. The young master indeed sees things with the insight of a god. The Taishan pavilion master called Su Qingxia over to express his concerns. Today's Taishan Holy Land is already strong, but with its weaknesses. The strongest elder had actually passed away 300 years ago. However, the outside world is still unaware. Therefore, Master Gu, you are the most reliable pillar they can rely on. Besides that, the Taishan pavilion master's wife was once a noblewoman from the upper realm who was captured and taken back to the upper realm. He also hopes to use his relationship with you to find out her whereabouts. Everything had been guessed by Guchanga. Guchanga ordered Ming Lao to monitor everything regarding Yichen in the dungeon. Ming Lao was curious, wondering why the young master was so interested in Yichen. He possesses immense luck, which might be the fate between him and me. The old servant understands. After Master Ming left, Guchanga finally let out a long sigh. Being caught between two people with luck, it was indeed not easy to make a move. An announcement appeared, congratulating the host on completing the first day of face-slapping success, breaking through the beginner period. Rewards were given, a domain-breaking talisman, a 5-colored magic robe, and a portion of a damaged world seed. What is this damaged world seed? After refining the world seed, one can cultivate the inner body through 10,000 worlds, with endless fate, creating life and death on its own. Interesting, a world that forms on its own within the body. If it's a world seed that can analyze or examine worlds, then who in this world could possibly kill me? System, add points for me. Cultivation, peak of the Saint Master realm. Life points, 560. Luck points, 40. System transaction has reached 1000 days. Guchanga opened his eyes, and an overwhelming aura surged out. The room was destroyed beyond recognition. The aura shot straight into the sky. A group of disciples was left confused, not knowing which major figure was behind this trouble. Even the old sect leader was extremely surprised. Su Qinglan was also shaken. A hand appeared. It was another woman who looked exactly like her. Looking at your current state, from a different perspective, Guchanga is steady, strong in power, and far superior to Yi Chen in every aspect. You and I, one body, two souls. I know you, but before I could finish speaking, Su Qinglan scolded me, shut up. Guchanga has now broken through to the Wind Marquee realm. Feeling the strength and cultivation brought by the Wind Marquee realm, he was very satisfied. In such a short time, to gain so much talent and cultivation. The system is truly powerful. But having just broken through a level, it drained all my life points. It seems the cost of this cultivation method is quite high. Anyway, with the system, it's not too late to find a way to increase my life points later. Yi Chen, oh Yi Chen, although your efforts in cultivation seem quite sloppy, when suppressed by me, you really do look quite handsome. I hope you can offer me some life points now. When I drain everything from you, your day of death will also come. The dungeon of the Taishan sacred land. What exactly happened? For the past 3 years, no matter what happened, I could turn difficulties into ease. Why am I facing such an outcome now? Yi Fan slammed against the wall fiercely, wishing he could dig out Gu Chongqing's heart. Inside his ring. Suddenly, a wisp of soul flew out. A shadow with red hair, looking somewhat thin due to poverty. Master, where have you been before? Why didn't you come to save me? At that time, there was the divine consciousness of a king present. I suspect that person is related to the enemy who harmed me back then, so I didn't show up. That being said, you shouldn't have acted so impulsively. Impulsive? Do you want me to deliver Su Qingga to you with my own hands? Her talent is. This matter needs to be considered from a long-term perspective. Gu Chongqing's background is extremely terrifying, and behind him lies an unshakable force. So what? It's just that my fortune has temporarily declined. Not knowing to reflect on the mistakes made in one's impulsiveness, the attitude is so arrogant. The current task is to escape. I can feel that there are many strong people in this dungeon. Perhaps? Before his master could finish speaking, Yi Chen said that he had a way. The Taishan sacred land has been able to remain steady for 100 years, ultimately because other sects fear the strength of the Supreme Elder. But how could outsiders know that the Supreme Elder passed away 300 years ago? Master, if you release this news, all the major sects, watching the Taishan sacred land, will gather here. At that time, I can easily escape. If that happens, the Taishan sacred land might face the disaster of extermination. After all, they've saved your life many times over the years. I don't care. They were the ones who were unkind first. I just want them to know that those who offend Yi Chen will surely pay the price. The two were chatting happily, unaware that their conversation had already been overheard by Elder Ming. Is the opportunity the young master speaks of a wisp of residual soul from a powerful expert of past days? The moon had already risen. At this moment, Su Qingga and Guchanga were sitting on the mountaintop, talking. What young Master Gu said is really interesting. Is the upper realm really that vast? I've already said that Guchanga is indeed a very attentive and knowledgeable person, far stronger than someone named Yi Chen. Is the upper realm big? Just go see for yourself and you'll know. Young Master, are you joking? Without the strength of the virtual god realm, how could one pass through the barrier? Right now, most of the powerful figures from the major sacred lands in the eastern wilderness have only just reached half of the Wind Marquee realm. How could they ascend to the upper realm? Is the virtual god realm that strong? If you truly make it to the upper realm, you'll realize that the virtual god realm is nothing at all. Young Master, if we were in the upper realm, could you protect me with all your strength? Oh, what do you mean by that? I know that with my status, it's hard for you to like me, but Qingga is willing to follow you. Beep. Su Qingga's mood changed, and Yi Chen's luck decreased by 40 points. The contractor's destiny points increased by 200 points. If a change happens to someone connected to the child of fate, does it reduce their luck points and increase my destiny points as well? If that's the case,